Okay, guys, I'm back again. Apparently, it crashed again, so I'm gonna tweet out the stream one more time. Hopefully, this time I won't do the same thing again.
Now Texas with it. And Blair kicks to Doherty. Pass to James. Good on the triple. James has got 7 points.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college.
Well, guys, hopefully it won't do that again. That's the second time that crashed. The stream keeps crashing.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And he gets it to go. He's got 9. James has gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Now here's Decker. They set the pick. Now the pass to Fisher. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. Walker. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Walker's got his first points of the night.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
A platoon swap here for Texas. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Texas leads by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the second half. Just one half of basketball left to determine this year's college basketball championship team. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
James, he's in at the point. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 spot.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4. And for Texas, James in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Hill kicks to Decker. Here's Evans. And it's Ford with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's the screen. And here's James outside. Decker with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here is Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Decker dishes to Hill. Evans kicks to Decker. Shot clock at 5. Wisconsin needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Hill. Again missing Hill. Longhorns leading by 7.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass and get control of the ball. The rest of you, leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. Longhorns leading by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the screen. Here's Hudson. He sinks the 11-footer. Hudson's got 5 points so far.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Outside Conley. Gibson with the screen on Hudson. Gibson the screen. Payton kicks to Gibson. And here's Conley outside. Shot is no good. Now Texas takes it the other way. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Payton. He's out there with Hawkins. And it's Wade in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Wisconsin trails by 10. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Gibson to the left wing. Here's Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Edwards with it. Here's the teardrop. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Texas.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Both shots good from the stripe. 1:56 left here in the second half of the game. Hawkins, a screen on 4. Evans passes to Hawkins. Outside Hill. The dish to Evans. It's back to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. The three. The rebound by Turner. So we see Texas get the win here. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and support staff. I mean, they've brought this school to the top of the college basketball world right now.
Well, it's been a blast to be with you guys and our great fans all tournament long. On behalf of the entire 2K sports team and this crew in particular, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.
Yay, we won! I set up the rest of the game. I was enjoy it. Well, we won anyway, so that's good.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother, this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time. And I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best. And the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise.
My Freak still got himself a girl. Damn, you slide, fool.
It could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with
It's
y'all.
not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse me?
You still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak. But you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what I do. I am the best at what I do. Nobody is better.
Seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to understand.
Would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Capiche.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
Love
son.
you too, son. Bye.
Ooh, we got a tough choice, guys.
The NBA draft.
Should we stay in college or go pro? That's the big question.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
Oh, doing a draft.
With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas.
My teammate got picked. Cool.
With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select the 19-year-old point guard from the University of Texas.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Earlier, my
yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady, Yvette.
My boy got a girlfriend. You go. Let's go.
All them in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you.
Man, he's like my brother.
For another mother.
Also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who was also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
No, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
All right, guys. We're in the. Apparently, we have made a decision. We're in the NBA now, playing for the Phoenix Suns.
All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
So exciting. Apparently my character got a girlfriend. I'm like, damn. But, you know, whatever. And of course, playing for the Phoenix Suns. America!
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spot. Deron Williams out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. Now here's Matthews. Feeds it to Pachulia. Fires the 3. The shot by Williams, no good. For Deron Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And here is Williams, following Markieff Morris's 3. Matthews with it. He's guarded by Booker. Matthews, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by Bledsoe. Nowitzki, good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Bledsoe against Williams.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Bledsoe outside. Morris a screen, and it's Bledsoe off the drive, and good on the basket. Book it.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Williams. Williams a screen. Nowitzki, the pass to Pachulia. Shot clock at 6. Here's Matthews. Phoenix grabs the miss. Now here's Bledsoe. Morris a screen. Here's Tucker. And he banks in the layup. Mavericks trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Matthews left side. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Morris with a screen on Williams. And Tucker kicks to Booker. Chandler a screen. Bledsoe outside. That 3 off the mark.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Parsons. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Fires from the wing. Shot no good. Chandler with the defensive effort. Matthews against Bledsoe. Pass to Morris. Here's the 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 8 points for Markieff Morris. Mavericks trail by 8. Williams kicks to Matthews. Pass to Pachulia. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Bledsoe.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
He dishes it to Chandler. Here's Morris. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
It's been a nice game for Morris. He's already up to 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good for Morris. Mavericks last season, Clark, were very tough down the stretch in games. Had a lot of players that shined all the time during crunch time.
Well, when you've got guys like Dirk and Monte that can create their own shot, it gives you a chance to win close games. It's a big reason they were 6-0 in overtime games, in my opinion.
And so he makes both from the line.
And the Mavs won close ones, as you said, but they knew how to close games out in general. 36-2 last year when winning going into the fourth quarter.
To the inside, Pachulia. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I tell you, that's what veteran teams do. I mean, they close out games. They know how to finish. The Mavs have the leadership and presence to not let any lead slip away by being inattentive to details.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
That one is no good. Talking about Zaza's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Zaza. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. And he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
And Parsons gets it to go.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Bledsoe against Williams. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Matthews dishes to Williams. Nowitzki a screen. Williams passes to Nowitzki. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Nowitzki's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
No good from Bledsoe.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Nowitzki right side. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Chandler with the screen on Williams. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Puts it up from 12. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the night. Mavericks trail by 4. Williams with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pachulia, good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Williams against Chandler. Williams in the post. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Suns have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. That's good. And the Suns lead by 4.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Now here's Matthews. Pachulia kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki a screen. To the wing right side. Booker pulls it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And here's Bledsoe. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Pachulia with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Matthews dishes to Pachulia. Rebounded by Tucker. Suns leading by 4. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Bledsoe passes to Tucker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Williams attacking. Tipped away. Chandler with the steal. Bledsoe outside.
I'm about to go in, guys. So exciting.
To Chandler.
My character James, Cisco James, is about to go to his first NBA game ever.
Fires from 14, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. The Suns leading.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Matthews. And it's 9 points for Nowitzki.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And Bledsoe, here we go. There's the bucket, good. And the Suns lead by 7. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, he learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Suns leading by 7. In the corner, it's Morris. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Another 3 for Dallas.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
And Bledsoe, here we go. The 11-footer, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bledsoe's got 8.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Pachulia, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
The free throw dropped. Making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from James.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball. You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here is McGee. Here is Barea. They set the pick. Out to Harris. Puts it up. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. Production on the court.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
James, he's in at the point. Warren is out there with John Lure. Then there's Len, and it's Knight in a 2-guard. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. Suns leading by 6. James outside to the left side wing. Warren kicks to Knight for 3. Shot is no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Harris. Finished off the break.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's James. Len dishes to James. Second chance shot. McGee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now, here's Warren. He's tightly guarded.
Move the ball.
James outside. Fires from deep. And that one's good. James gets the bucket. In a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. Well, T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
From deep, James. It's rebounded by Dallas. Harris passes to Parsons. Back to Harris. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And he gets it to go.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Phoenix leading by 5. James outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 5 points in the quarter. Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
The shot by Powell, no good.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Here's Harris. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. And it's Harris off the drive. A beautiful reverse layup. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Lure. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Outside Knight, down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Knight.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Barea kicks to Harris. The feed to Barea. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
For me, my favorite memory of Barea, his outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got.
Big group substitution here for Phoenix. Morris is checked in for Len. P.J. Tucker comes in for John Lure. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for T.J. Warren. And James subbed in for Brandon Knight. Here's Barea. Shot's good. Barea's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
We'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Second, the Mavericks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. Now Bledsoe, he's got 8. They double team Bledsoe, out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And let's take a look at Chandler Parsons' numbers. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Barea dishes to Williams. Nowitzki a screen. Williams with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
James kicks to Morris. The shot, no good. Parsons with some nice D. Mavericks leading by 3. Now here's Barea. 12 points for him. Nowitzki with the screen on James. Floats one. J.J. Barea again. Barea's got 14.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
There's the dish to Bledsoe. Six on the shot clock. Rejected by Nowitzki. Barea with it. Kicks to Nowitzki. His three-pointers off the mark. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things.
I like how many points we were able to generate from the paint in the half. Our offense should have a nice balance to it going forward because their D has no choice but to put some more bodies in the middle and create some space for us on the perimeter.
On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up.
The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal.
This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Checking out the game J.J. Barea is having. He has 14 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas. Clark, good for 5th most road wins.
Hold on, the camera's it's not right.
In the West.
And Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Harris. Powell is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Buries the jump shot.
And there we go. That's what I was looking for.
And guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
Dishes to McGee. 5 on the clock.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
From deep, James. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Parsons got 6 rebounds now in the game. He feeds it to Harris. Passes it to Powell. Kept alive. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
And Harris drops them both. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
Here's Knight. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Barea. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Barea's got 16.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
James kicks to Len. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Mavericks leading by 23.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
We gotta be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He told Knight that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, dang, we're losing.
Now Phoenix shooting around 41% on the night. James in at point guard. Warren is out there with Chandler. Then it's Archie Goodwin, and it's Weems in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
And here is Williams.
And over the course of last season, and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And with the three-pointers, the best teams in the NBA are great, Adam Clark. All four of the conference finals teams from last year were tops in the NBA in three.
Yeah, it's definitely a predominant stat in the NBA now. And you look at some of the numbers. Curry broke his own record for made threes in a season. The Rockets set the team record. It's a real part of the game that you have to be good at to succeed in.
The teams deciding to change it up. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. And Lure kicks to Weems. Feeds it to Warren. To the paint. Weems' shot is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Barea, the pass to McGee. He used that pick to get in close. McGee's got 10 points in just the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Nowitzki. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
As a rookie, I'm not going to win my first match in a heartbeat.
Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
It's gonna be interesting to watch.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked.
Oh,
to
GR
always find the
hit.
best look possible. He was in constant motion.
I'll call you Junior for sure. Okay, I don't know that's not your name right. Welcome to the stream. What up, man? I'm playing some NBA 2K16. Earlier on, the stream had a little buggies. I like
championship too.
Like crashed like twice. This is like the third time I had to restart the stream, so you just missed it. I lost my first game in my rookie career for my character I made in U1 Park.
2K Sports Crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
I don't know. We need a third. Well, I don't know, Junior, man. I haven't played this. I haven't played NBA 2K16. I haven't played NBA 2K in a long time, a long while. So I'm probably a little bit rusty, trying to learn. And it's first time playing on Xbox One, so it's like a little difference for me. I used to play on PlayStation, but it's different for me. I think I can. I don't know. We'll see. I was going to end the stream here in a little bit, or maybe after the next game. Because after that, I was going to chillax and watch another streamer. People I like to watch on Twitch. Rest of the evening.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. Back on the road tomorrow. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
A division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
Time to get familiar, and these games always count double. I mean, not just league standings, but division standings at stake as well.
Going against the Warriors. Oh my goodness, it's not gonna be easy. They're real good.
So Phoenix will get the first possession.
Fast forward a little bit.
Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Green. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Harrison Barnes is out there with Maurice Spates. Then it's Curry. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Now to see the numbers for Curry. 2nd in steals, 6th in scoring, and how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And, you know, back to your original point, I mean, he's just a tireless worker, plays that hard-nosed on-ball defense. Most guys just can't shake him.
Azili's checked in for the Warriors. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against New Orleans.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think 3-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the 3.
You can point to any number of things, Clark, the Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road win.
Warren, good.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Curry gets the bucket.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Suns leading by 9. James outside. The feed to Booker. And the pass to Weems. He dishes it to Booker. Sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep
Oh,
doing
the
it.
pretty assist.
The basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
So it's the Warriors now. The Suns getting the bucket. Curry attacking, and the rejection by James.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts. And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity.
Oh, I got 2 blocks already? I didn't notice that.
The draft has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Junior,
First
hit
one
them
falls
up.
for him. And with Booker,
30.
you know,
Oh,
who's
okay,
a
that's his
Kentucky
name.
guy.
Okay.
He's a sharpshooter.
That's
Greg,
the,
we're talking
I was
about
like,
that. His dad actually
I
played
just
at
see
the
this
University
dude's
of Missouri.
name.
He's
Came
a
by
pretty
and said
good shooter.
if I want to play with him.
This Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well.
Well, you
in the
know, I like to
NBA.
play a little bit of the
I like his
this
size,
career
I like
mode.
his stroke, I like his toughness.
Tomorrow
I think he's gonna be better
I'll probably
defensively
stream
than people think.
multiplayer.
He's got a lot of
You know,
good
like
stuff in
my
his
park
game
where you
already.
can take your online character and
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Down low, here's Lure. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Lure's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
And Curry, here we go. Nobody near Barnes. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best. The Warriors, number 1. 4th, the Suns.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Spates kicks to Curry. Here's Ezeli. Tries yet again. And the layup is up and in. Ezeli's got his second basket.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Now Barnes, following the three-point attempt by Freak.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's Curry, and it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
At least for winning. For now, anyway.
And both free throws good for Curry. Suns leading by 13. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that one's good. Curry's got 10 points. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. And here's James outside. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Suns lead by 13. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players, you know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it.
Look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Festus Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. James, he's in at point guard. John Lure's out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Warren, and it's Booker in a 2-guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Thompson misses.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against Los Angeles.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Suns leading by 13.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
The drive by James. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
They set the screen. It's Curry outside. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Morris a screen. Here's Warren. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 5th assist in this one. Spades with a screen on James. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the Suns and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in shooting percentage, 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
And let's give them some credit for that outstanding shooting percentage as well. I mean, they're working hard to take the smart shots, not just the first shot that presents itself. And I think that's really paying off.
Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots. Late-game losses, great buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Curry kicks to Barnes. There's a screen to the inside. Azili.
Yeah, a moment now to see the numbers for Morris. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. James outside. Warren with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. James, the pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
It's Curry with the drive and the rejection by James. The 3 from Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Barnes. Suns leading by 15. James dishes to Lure. Almost,
get in there.
Rolls out.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Curry with a wide open look. Curry with another miss.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
The Suns have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
The free throw drops for James.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Sonny Weems checks in for the Suns. Good on both. Warriors trail by 17. Curry kicks to Thompson. 1:12 left to play here in the half. There's the dish to Curry. Shot clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Freak. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
He always does that.
The first one falls.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And so he hits both.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's the screen. Golden State moving it around. And Spates gets it to go.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. That free throw, no good.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Second free throw, no good.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Here's Azili. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Phoenix, Festus Ezeli. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so we wrap up the first half. Suns ahead, up by 15. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Well, that was good. That was interesting. That was a good quarter. I didn't get no threes, but I finally got some buckets in there. 2 from the inside the paint and 1 from the free throw line.
All right, guys. Great first half. Home fans are loving it. Still want to go over a couple of things, though.
We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. But we have done a great job creating free throw chances, driving the lane, attacking the basket. That has been a high point for us. And in terms of pace, I'd like to see us calm it down once the third gets started. We shouldn't be in any kind of rush. We played just the kind of basketball we came to play. Keep that same focus right through the next 2 quarters. Go get them.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 21 points and 4 assists.
No idea we'd see a performance like this.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Definitely just get my guys going a lot more and, try to be more of a playmaker. And, I enjoy, seeing, getting guys going and them making shots off my passes.
I think they enjoy it as well, Brandon. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Brandon Knight had his A game working for him tonight. He plays the game at a lightning fast pace, and we got a serious taste of that tonight. When he puts on those afterburners, forget about it. He's out of there.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
We won! Yay! Not bad. Pretty good. Only 1 turnover. That's not bad. That's pretty good. It's a little different than it is on PlayStation 3 because it looks a lot better and that's cool looking. I like it looking nice. Oh.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game. I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me. So naturally, I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, nah, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost 100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros. And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on a loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm gonna be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's gonna affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's gonna affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's gonna affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the US of A, the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, you know, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Tense. I wonder if we have a decision we actually get to make. Because we didn't get to make a decision if we're going to stay in college or go pro. So we'll see what happens. I got time more to kill, guys. Let me look at my upgrades. Okay, I was wondering how you level them up. Okay, it looks like we did upgrade. Sweet. I guess we'll. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that. Purchase. Let's see if we can buy anything. Oh! That's for, here we go. Sports store. Let's see. My park apparel. We're gonna play in park mode. We gotta look good. Well, like I said, guys, this game will be available for free until not for very long, because like I said, it's only gonna be available for like until Sunday. So if you want to play this game for free, go to just go on your Xbox One, go to Xbox Live Gold membership, and it'll be right there available to installation, and just hop on and play. We'll stream this tomorrow if y'all want that. I want to do it because I like this game. I like fun. I like to have fun. I don't have money for those stuff. I gotta earn it. Tattoo shops, everything. Look at this. This is crazy. Can I go back to my character and change him? Or is the way I have this is own a team, play as walk on, my park, play with my friends, exit. Here we go. So guys, I think I'll end the stream here for now. If y'all have enjoyed it so far, be sure to leave a like. It's over 9,000 likes. Well, those watching the video anyway. It's on YouTube. I have to make a playlist. Depends how long this part is, cause Twitch had crashed to me twice earlier on, so I might have to combine at least 2 of the clips from the stream into one video. And if these don't combine, I'll probably make a playlist, a small playlist of this stream. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream or the stream video for those watching on YouTube. Those who are watching on YouTube, please leave a like. It's over 9,000 likes. Please share the video and subscribe to my YouTube youtube.com/LordSepticon. Go there, check it out, subscribe for awesome content of awesome games I like to play like this. Hopefully I'm gonna play more of this tomorrow. I probably will. Duh. No brainer. So before we leave, I'm gonna recommend you guys to go rate a channel or to go check out a channel if you're interested. Those who watch this on YouTube. There's 2 people online right now currently. We have Eat My Addiction 1, or better known as Nick. You probably know him. Some of you don't know him. He's a friend of Max, aka Gassy Mexican. They're YouTubers and they're friends, and they have this show series called Fucked Up Fridays, where every Friday night they play games, get drunk, be silly, and just be silly. Anyway, go check him out. He's streaming right now some Black Ops 3. And then there's Spoonerism, another YouTuber who's a friend of like Vanos Gaming, Nature Delirious, those kind of people, who has played with Max too as well. He's also as well is playing Black Ops 3 at the moment. So anyway, for those who did enjoy the stream video, please do leave a like, share, and subscribe. And of course, those who did able to stop by my stream, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up for a little bit, even though you guys were requesting me to come play with you. I could have done that, huh? I could have done that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna keep playing this. Have some fun by myself. Like I said, if you enjoyed so far, please leave a like. Get over 9,000 likes and share and subscribe. And as always, until next time. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Like I said,